Good morning, everyone, and happy Saturday. Actually, happy New Year. Happy 2022, everyone. I hope you had a wonderful holiday season. I hope you got some good practicing in, and I don't know about you, but I am ready for a really exciting, amazing, awesome 2022. Now, in the spirit of everything, I decided that the first video that I make on the first day of the first month of this year would be a video on goals that I have for myself and my playing. Before I do that, I want to thank my patrons for supporting my channel. Your support really means a lot, and your ongoing support and your continued enthusiasm and everything is what is keeping my channel going. So thank you so much for supporting me. If you are interested in supporting my channel and you want to become a patron, please click on the link below. Okay, so before I get into all the things, I want to let you guys know that I'm making a little practice routine PDF. So if you want to jot down any goals of your own and just kind of try to get organized for yourself and your playing this year, you can click on the link below. It'll take you over to my website, or if you're a patron, you should have gotten it by now. So I'm just gonna share a few thoughts here on goals that I have for myself. Okay, so the first thing that I am going to do is make sure that I really stick to my practice routine. So I don't know about you guys, but sometimes things get a little crazy and it's hard to squeeze in lots of practice time. So one of the things that I want to do is make sure that I take advantage of little pockets of time throughout the day to go over any of my music that is posing a challenge. I call these little pockets of time micro practice sessions. So for me, that's like 10 minutes or less. It could be even 3 minutes. And what I do is I put little tabs in my music of little spots that are giving me trouble, and I just review those tiny little chunks. It might be 2 measures, and I review those spots over and over and over again during the micro practice sessions. And so I'm going to try to make my schedule this year a little bit easier to fit in little practice sessions and stuff like that. The next thing is my scale routine. So you guys know that I love my Albert scale method, but the downside to that is each key only covers 2 octaves. Now, the middle of the book and the end of the book can go quite high in the altissimo and things like that, but the thing that I want to do is just maintain my range every day with doing higher and lower scales. So the Behrman method is actually a method that I like to review every so often whenever I feel like I need some work there. So I'm going to give the Behrman scale method a little bit more attention this year, especially this month, to kind of get more of my range in tip-top shape. The next thing I want to do is make sure that I use articulation warm-ups every day that are challenging for me. So anything that will just kind of kick my butt is going to make me better, right? And so there are a few articulation things like in the back of the 17 cal staccato studies that I don't really pay attention to because I'm like, I don't really feel like playing that high today, or this or that. So I'm going to pay attention to the more uncomfortable things in order to improve my skill set. In addition to that, I intend to post more videos on YouTube of myself just playing repertoire and different things. And so I have a number of things lined up actually for this year, but the problem is that a lot of times I am not great at managing my practice time, so I don't get to really work on those things and polish them up to be recording ready. So my goal is to get a lot better at preparing and recording more extensive solo music so that I can share more things with you guys. I also really want to get better at bass clarinet and E-flat clarinet so that I can feel more comfortable taking auditions throughout the year. So I would like to implement practice every day on my auxiliary instruments as well, which anytime you get better at an auxiliary instrument, it also makes you better at your regular clarinet as well. So at least that's my discovery. So I will be including more practice on those guys as well. And then I haven't actually taken an audition, I think, since maybe early 2020. So I think I have to get my excerpts out and start dusting them off and brushing them up again so I can start taking auditions again. So I think I'm going to start implementing more excerpts into my practice routine as well. So that's pretty much what I have planned for my year of practicing, or at least getting started in January with some really good practicing habits. So in general, this year, I am going to dive headfirst in things that make me uncomfortable so that I can get better and be a more expressive musician. So if you guys have any personal goals for your playing and your clarinet routine, please share them in the comments below. It may inspire other people or myself to implement something new or pay attention to something important in our practicing. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week, a good rest of your weekend, and as always, happy practicing.